Alright guys, just saying here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And today we're going to be looking at the LR-STR Kaioken Goku under a full 200% leader skill. And we're going to see how he's looking because this guy is almost a year old on JP. So seeing this guy and just how he's aged and all that, I think is going to be really interesting because I do remember when this guy first came out, he was crazy busted. This was easily probably the third best unit in the game. So to see how he's fallen off to probably not even in the top 10 anymore it's very interesting, but he's still a very good unit. I just think that with the power creep that Dokkan has just kind of been experiencing throughout the last year, ever since the 7th year anniversary, it's just so many good units have been coming out that it would have been kind of hard to maintain being like in the top 5 best units in the game or something like that. But I do still think this guy's gonna be crazy. So before we get into his details, just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you guys want to skip around to the legendary Vegeta event showcase or the red zone test, absolutely feel free to do that. And without further ado, let's get into this guy's kit. So starting off with his leader skill, it is All Out Struggle or Final Trump Card, category Ki +4 and HP attack and defense plus 150%. So, I mean, I guess not the worst leader skill. The categories are pretty good, but it is only a 150% buff. So for sure, I don't really think you're going to be using this that often. But he is leading Final Trump Card, which, I mean, come on, can we get a 200% leader skill for Final Trump Card already? Like, I feel like we kind of need one. I remember when that category came out during the 5th year anniversary. I mean, at least personally, that was like the only category I ran for like a couple months following. Because that category was just so much fun. It had pretty much all the main, like, really good units on there. So, it needs a 200% leader skill. But, anyway, his 12 key, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn. He causes mega colossal damage to enemy. And then on his ultra super attack, so his 18 key, he massively raises defense for 1 turn. Causes mega colossal damage to enemy and sacrifices 4% HP. So you will notice he causes mega colossal damage on 12 and 18 key. So he's still going to be doing a ton of damage, really, whichever super attack you get. I don't really think I mean, obviously you want to go for the 18 key, but his 12 key is still going to do a ton of damage. And he raises attack and defense on his 12 key, so that is 30% attack and defense. And then on his 18 key, he gets 100% attack and defense. So that's an insane amount. I think if you probably should go full additionals with this guy, because then if you get that 18 key super attack off, you get that 100% increase, and then the 30% increase if you get the additional. And then your defense starts to get like crazy, because your defense is already going to be so high that after that 30% increase from your additional, it's just, you're going to start to get to some crazy numbers. I'll say that. So he does also sacrifice 4% HP right here. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's for sure going to be noticeable, but I don't really think it's going to, affect you too much unless you're insanely low on HP. But yeah, so not really the worst super attack effects right there. I would say sacrificing HP isn't really the best thing to have, but it's a low amount, and I don't really think it's going to affect you too much. So pretty good super attack effects overall. And then moving on to his passive, he plays his intro animation if there is a enemy whose name includes Vegeta, and then he gets 3 key and attack plus 70% for the rest of the battle. So basically you just get some key and 70% attack if you're facing a Vegeta enemy, which I mean we're going to have that active because we're taking him in the legendary Vegeta event. But outside of that, I don't really think that's going to be too common. I mean, most of the difficult events right now are extreme class dominated. So if you're taking him in any difficult events, I don't really think you're going to get that at all, which is a little unfortunate. But maybe if we can get some super class red zone stages, we could have a Vegeta family enemy, and he could work really good in there. So then he gets attack and defense plus 100%. He gets Ki +7 for 7 turns from start of turn. And then he gets an additional attack and defense plus 59% when performing a super attack. And then he gets an additional attack plus 59% if it's an ultra super attack. And then he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to STR. And then he has a high chance of performing a critical hit. So, I mean, this guy is doing a good amount. He has a high chance to crit just permanently, just for free, which is really nice. He's randomly changing a key sphere type to STR, which is really good because, I mean, his 12 key is still going to be doing a lot of damage. But because you get that 100% defense on his 18 key, you still are going to want to go for that. So the fact that he gives himself key is just going to ensure you get that 18 key more often. He gets 59% attack and defense when performing a super attack, which is really nice because it just helps him just look better defensively, right? And then, yeah, he's got a lot of key for the first 7 turns. So key-wise, I mean, this guy's going to be great This guy is getting, he's rainbow, or not rainbow, he's STR key sphere changing, and he gets 7 key from the first 7 turns, and then he gets 3 key for free if you are facing a Vegeta family enemy, and then he's got some key links, which we'll talk about in a second. But moving on to his active skill, he greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and stuns the enemy for 1 turn. The condition is that it can be activated when HP is 59% or less, so not the worst condition right there. You should be able to get it active a good amount of the time. And then his links are Kamehameha, Z Fighters, Over in a Flash, the Sand Lineage, Shocking Speed, and then, yeah, Shattering the Limit, and then Legendary Power. So, yeah, he has a lot of key links. He gets 3 key from Over in a Flash, he gets 2 key from the Sand Lineage, he gets 2 key from Shocking Speed, he gets 2 key from Shattering the Limit, and then, well, yeah, and then Legendary Power is just attack. So, that is a lot of key. I really think this guy is going to be looking like, you're never going to struggle with key for him, basically. Like, you're just never. I do think maybe, like, a way to make this guy a little bit better is get rid of Shattering the Limit, maybe, or maybe Over in a Flash, because I don't really know if you're going to be running him with a lot of, like, Vegito units. You for sure could, but maybe just get rid of one of his links and replace it with All in the Family. Because if this guy had All in the Family, defensively, he would be much, much better. Because that is 25% defense, which is, I mean, that's a pretty big number. So, overall, though, pretty good when it comes to his links. For sure, nothing too bad. Just a lot of key links, which, considering he gets so much key in his passive already, I do think that it would have been better if he had, like, All in the Family or something like that. But still good overall. And then for his categories, he has Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Goku Family, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, All Out Struggle, Turtle School, Bond of Friendship, Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Sand Saga, Bond of Parent and Child, and then Warriors Raised on Earth. So, I mean, really good categories overall. He's got a lot right here. Most of these are really good. Pure Saiyans is great, Goku Family is great, Kamehameha is great, Warriors Raised on Earth is great, Bond of Parent and Child is great, and then stuff like All Out Struggle or, you know, Final Trump Card, Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Sand Saga. All these just needs either a 200% leader skill or just more options for that category to be good. So they don't really need too much. But overall, good categories. So yeah, these are the stats he's going to be at because we do have him rainbowed. And now that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and cut to when we are in the Legendary Vegeta event. Alright guys, so we are here in the Legendary Vegeta event. I do want to show his intro animation really quick just to see how it's looking, because this was one of the first intro animations in the game. So yeah, just see how it's looking. Okay. Okay, actually pretty quick. I do remember it being just a little bit longer, but still not bad, for sure. And then we got the Bardock one right here, which I'm looking forward to Bardock coming out on Global because, I mean, I'm a big Bardock fan, so the fact he got a Dokkan Fest, I still think it's really cool. I mean, I know this guy isn't the craziest in terms of, like, just his passive or anything like that, or just his performance overall, but I do still think he's really good, and he can be used in a lot of different events, so I am looking forward to his release. But anyway, start of turn with the Kaioken Goku. We only have one link right here, the Sand Lineage, so links-wise, we're not really looking the craziest, but in terms of key, we only have 3 key support, and we're already at this much key just out of the gate. We're at 21 key just start, first turn. So that is pretty crazy. I do think that just goes to show that in terms of key, for the first 7 turns, this guy is not going to be struggling at all for key, and just going to be good overall. So, yeah, we only have one link. We've got 21 key start of turn, and defensively, we're at 200k defense. So, that is pretty good, because that's going to set us at, what, like, 500k defense post super attack? Actually, a little bit over 500k defense, so, I mean, a little over 500k defense post super attack is still really good. I guess it may be a little bit unfortunate or a little bit kind of weak in some situations if the enemy like stuns or if the enemy locks, because if the enemy does lock you in slot 1, you could for sure take a lot of damage before you super attack. But anyway, we hit a 9.9 million attacks right there, so basically 10 million attacks that. And yeah, keep in mind we had that 50% chance to crit, so we did 8.3 million damage and just completely one-shot the Vegeta. So really good attacks that right there, opening rotation. I would say pretty good defensive level too. I mean, for sure, 500k defense isn't anything crazy, but I mean, as long as you run him in the right events, like stages where you have type advantage, this guy will be fine, and he'll be doing a ton of damage, and just be a really fun unit overall. So, I do still think that was a really good opening rotation. But do keep in mind, we only had one Link active right there. So I think this next rotation, we will have the version Z Goku next to him, who is this guy's ideal linking partner, which does kind of suck because the version Z Goku isn't good. I don't really think you could run him in difficult events. You could for sure run him in, I don't know, maybe some like God stages or maybe Super Battle Road, and you might even be able to get away with running him in some extreme Super Battle Road stages. But overall, he's not really crazy. And that is one kind of downside about this unit, is that he does not have good linking partners whatsoever. I mean, he is on like Goku Family and Pure Saiyan teams, so he's got a lot of people that might like support him and stuff like that and make him look better, but he doesn't have a good, like, just straight up linking partner. That's actually good. I mean, obviously we have the version Z Goku right here, who shares 5 out of 7 links with him, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, we got 5 out of 7 links right here. We are at 24 key, just start of turn, which is crazy because we are missing Over in a Flash and Shocking Speed, which are both key links. But yeah, anyway, we are going to be 5 out of 7 links. We have double support right here. And start of turn, we are at 234k defense. So that is really good because after we super attack, we're going to be over 600k defense. Yeah, actually, that's really good. Over 600k defense with this guy is really good considering, I mean, assuming we're going to get a crazy high attack stat. But, I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. So let's see what he's looking at. A 16 million attack stat? That is a very big jump up, okay. Okay, so 16 million attack stat, 50% chance to crit. Okay, so I guess you're just going to want to make sure this guy has his links active, because with the links active right there, we jumped up to a 16 million attack stat, which is crazy because that was a 16 million attack stat, 50% chance to crit, and we had a little over 600k defense. I mean, I guess we were sacrificing 4 HP right there as well, or 4% HP as well, but I mean, still, I don't really think it's that much. Like I said earlier in the video, it's not really going to make like a humongous difference unless you're already at like a really low HP level. But yeah, I mean, really good offensive stat right there. Pretty good defensive stat right there as well. I think post super attack, you probably would be taking double digits in a lot of events in the game as long as you have type advantage. But I probably will take this guy in the Metal Cooler Core Red Zone stage, so we'll see if he can take double digits there. I do think he probably would be able to, but I still want to show it just to, I guess, prove it. But, yeah, really good rotation right there. And right here, we have a very similar rotation. We are going to have, come on, move. We are going to have 6 out of 7 links active. So we've got a little bit more stats with Shocking Speed. And start of turn, we are at 238k defense. So once again, just over 600k defense, which, I mean, that's good. I can't really complain about that. That is really good. I guess it does suck that he's only at that level of defense after he super attacks, but I mean, still. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna put the version Z Goku in slot 1 and just hope he doesn't kill, and then the Kaioken Goku can kill in slot 2, because I do want to get Shocking Speed active just because it's more links, you know. So don't crit right here, and don't additional, please. Because then if he doesn't do that, we could show the Kaioken Goku. Okay, so yeah, he's still alive. He did get the additional normal, but it's okay, he's still alive. So let's see what attack stat we're looking at right here. So a 16 million attack stat once again, 16.38. I mean, that is really good, because that has a 50% chance to crit. So yeah, it crit for 12 million damage. So, I mean, I would get used to this KO screen if you're running this guy, because you're probably going to see it a lot. I mean, even in some red zone stages, like, this guy could still do a lot of damage. I mean, of course, defensively, he might not look the craziest and might take a lot of damage, but maybe if you want to take him in some of the earlier stages or just the weaker hitting stages of red zone, I mean, this guy could still do a ton of damage, and as long as you have him in slot 2 or 3, he's not a glass cannon. I mean, he's not like a crazy defensive unit, but he's not a glass cannon, right? He could still tank very well. So, yeah, I mean, really good offensive stat right there, and a pretty good defensive level after he super attacks. So, just overall really impressive. And it is crazy to think that this guy released alongside the Grade 8 Vegeta, the tech one, who, I mean, I guess he's still good, but like, I don't know. I just don't see him being used nearly as much as this Kaioken Goku. And it does suck because you could kind of tell what they were going for with the two units, as the Kaioken Goku being a crazy offensive unit, and then the Vegeta being a better defensive unit. But I mean, I don't know. I still think the Kaioken Goku is great defensively, and the fact that he's so crazy offensively just completely outshines anything the Vegeta's doing. So, all right. Without some of the support, we did lose just a little bit of our defensive stats, but we are still at 187k defense start of turn, which is really good because, once again, that is going to set us at around 500k defense post super attack, which is for sure not as good as 600k. I mean, obviously, but I do still think that's a pretty good defensive stat because if we get any additionals, that would still put us at like 600k defense, maybe a little bit more, and we are still at a 16.3 million attack stat with a 50% chance to crit. Okay, I mean, I guess we're just going to be at a 16 million attack stat throughout the rest of the video. I mean, we've already gotten this KO screen like, what, 3 times now, so, yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and nuke with him on this up-and-coming rotation, and then we will cut to the red zone stage. I don't know which stage I'm going to bring him in. I'm assuming Metal Cooler Core, but I don't know. That might be kind of tedious because I think Metal Cooler Core locks or seals, so, well, I mean, I guess I could just bring a Sensu Bean, right, but I don't know. I'll look through all of them, but I'll most likely bring him in the Metal Cooler Core red zone stage. And judging how the Trunks and Mai, the EZA Trunks and Mai, the LR one, who is coming out on Global pretty soon, depending on when you're watching this, they managed to take double digits from the Metal Cooler Core. So I do think this Kaioken Goku probably would be able to, but just to prove it, I will still take him in there. And I mean, I think this guy's going to do like 5 of Metal Cooler Core's health bars just within one rotation. Because as long as we're getting these crits off, he's just going to be doing so much damage. So, alright, look at Bardock with the 6 million attack stat. Okay. I mean, Bardock is still looking pretty good as well, I gotta say. He's a pretty solid unit overall. Which, again, I'm excited for his release on Global because it's a Bardock. And his animations are crazy, so. Okay, so we have a very good rotation right here. And we can actually pop the active skill as well, which I completely forgot about, I'm going to be honest with you. But we have it right here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and pop this. It's MVP Krillin holding the Spirit Bomb. Okay, actually, this looks really good. Wow, yeah. 11 million crit. Oh, my God. Look at that little pose right there. The Goku Krillin. I like that. That's not really a KO screen, but, I mean, it kind of is a KO screen. I really like that. Okay, so I haven't seen that animation in a while, so getting a refresher on that is for sure really cool. And, yeah, I mean, that's a really good animation, I gotta say. That did a lot of damage, too. 11 million crit. Okay, so, yeah, we are going to nuke with him right here on this next rotation where we get him, and then we will probably call it in the Legendary Vegeta event, and we will take him in the Red Zone stage, because I think he's going to be crazy in there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe we could take him in Cell Max, because, well, no, I don't think this guy would be taken in Cell Max. We got to take him in where he has type advantage, right? But we will also be taking the new Carnival LR Goku, who released on JP. So, because I didn't take him in a red zone stage on his video, so we can see if he's going to be tanking double digits from the Metal Cooler Core as well, but, spoiler alert, I kind of got a feeling both of these guys are going to tank double digits, but hopefully we can get a super attack on with one of them, just to see how much damage they're taking from that, because I do think that is probably going to be a little bit more important, because if they could take double digits from a super attack from Metal Cooler Core, or at least under 100k, that is for sure really impressive, so. Alright, right here we have a pretty good rotation. We lost a little bit of links because I floated the version Z Goku off. I have no idea why I did that. That was pretty stupid, but we are at 3 out of 7 links right here, and we're at 195k defense start of turn. We do have a little bit of support as well from the Goku right here. I don't want to get the Dokkan mode, so, or we won't as long as we have the Goku in slot 1. I'm going to do this because I don't want to die, and then yeah, I mean, let's just see. Hopefully we get lucky with Key Spheres right here. Because I've been getting pretty lucky with Key Spheres in my videos lately. Okay. I might have jinxed it. Okay, yeah, I jinxed it. I'm going to go ahead and cut to another run where... Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut to another run where I had better luck with Key Spheres. Alright, guys, so we are back in the Legendary Vegeta event, and we've just got an overall better rotation right here. We are going to have him linked with the version Z Goku, and we got double support right here, so, I mean, whatever attacks that we get, it's going to be crazy. I already kind of know that. And he did change a lot of STR key spheres, so we just got pretty lucky with our initial field. And yeah, we can get 19 key spheres. Okay, so 19 key spheres, and we are going to pop the World Tournament Announcer item. And I mean, overall, I think our attack stat's just going to be really crazy. So start of turn, we're at 219k defense, so I do think we're going to be around 600k after we super attack. And I mean, yeah, let's just see what his attack stat's looking like right here. Can we get to like 30, 40 million? 41 million. Okay. So 41 million with a 50% chance to crit. Of course, this is a nuking rotation, so this isn't really in the unit's performance. But we didn't even crit, and we still hit a 17 million just like damage. We did 17 million damage without a crit. And we did get the KO screen. I mean, we've gotten the KO screen so many times during this video, so why not another, right? But yeah, really crazy turn right there. But let's go ahead and cut to when we are in the red zone stage. Alright guys, so we are here in the Metal Cooler Core red zone stage. And we've got a rotation right here, not with the Kaioken Goku, but with this new Carnival LR Goku. Just because I want to showcase this really quickly, just to see how much damage he's taking from his super attack. But we do have the Goku, the Kaioken Goku, on the next rotation, and we will be able to see if he's tanking double digits there. So first, I just want to see how much this guy's tanking though, because you do got to keep in mind, he's got like above 400k defense with 30% damage reduction. Wow, okay, he actually took that really well, so okay. And then this guy's doing a 13 million attack stat, so yeah, I mean, this guy's crazy too. I think this guy is actually kind of reminding me of the Kaioken Goku. Obviously a lot better defensively, and I would argue even better offensively because he's got those additionals built in. But for sure, he's more like a modern day Kaioken Goku, as you know, he's doing a ton of damage, and he's not just a glass cannon. He's still very, very good defensively. So yeah, really good with that. We did manage to tank under 10k. I think we took like, what, 3,000 damage from his super attack. So that for sure is really crazy. Hopefully this Bardock tanks double digits. I think as long as he tanks double digits, then we're fine right here. And then we will go into the next rotation with the LR Kaioken Goku and see if he's tanking. So yeah, double digits right there. So we are fine. And okay, so right here we got sealed, so I have to pop a Sensu Bean so we can undo that. And we did actually bring the version Z Goku, who it was I mean, it was interesting bringing him in here. He for sure was fine during the first phase, but I do know he's probably gonna die right here. So anyway, start of turn, we are at 205k defense, so that is pretty good because after we super attack and all that, we are gonna be a little over 500k defense, which is really good. I mean, 500k defense plus, right, because we're going to be over it, is pretty good post super attack. However, we are probably going to take a lot of damage right here before we super attack, so I don't know if we're dead. If we are dead, we'll just hop back in. But, I mean, I think there's a good chance we barely survive right here, so let's see how much damage we're taking. So 93k before we super attack, and then after we super attack, with a 13.5 million attack stat. That is really good. I do think we would be tanking double digits, so I mean, let's see though. Yeah, so double digit damage. Okay, I mean, really good right there. I kind of figured he would take double digits after he super attacked, but that does confirm it. Yeah, overall, really good. Oh no, we're actually alive. I was gonna say, yeah, we are for sure dead, but no, we did actually manage to survive that because Carnival LR Goku isn't gonna die because he's just a god. But yeah, I mean, really good showing right there. We did manage to tank double digits after we super attack, and I mean, what can I say? I expected it. This guy's for sure really good offensively, and defensively he still holds up really well. So let me know what you guys think of this Kaioken Goku down in the comments. Let me know if you think he's aged poorly, or if you still think he's very good. Personally, I still think he's very good, but I mean, for sure, there are a lot of situations where he might get destroyed. Like right there, we took 93k per normal before we super attack. So depending on what situation he's in, he could get destroyed. You just got to be careful with where you take him. But yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep in mind that throughout the video, this is just my opinion on this guy, so take that for what it's worth. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.